Welcome back to Chucklesluts, episode 28. I have nothing to say, interestingly, about that. My name is Samuel Locke.
I'm Shannon Brunetti.
We're going out of order.
I'm Klapp Zacharich.
And I'm going to be the future Mrs. Katy Clapper-Edge-Ratch.
I've got the clap and I give it
That's
to
my
you.
hashtag for the bridal shower. She got the clap with the K.
I don't like it.
Yes.
I don't like it.
So we're going to do something a little different in the world, though, and not do the world, though. We're going to do something brand spanking new. So if it's terrible, blame the internet. And this is called Historically Accurate. And the way this works is we pick a place in history, past, present, or future, and we tell you, the viewer, what happened on this day. And today in history, we're talking about January 8th, 2201. What happened today, guys?
I'll lead off. So, the world has mostly fallen to shit, clearly. It's been about 200 years. Global warming has destroyed us. There's not many people left. But eventually, so aliens show up. Aliens, they've been kicking around. They find us. Now, one thing that's interesting is the world has fallen apart. We've become much more like a hunter-gatherer civilization once again. But as aliens show up and they start digging into our records, aliens find just a couple segments of music, and all that music is just Kanye West. They only find Kanye West music.
And his murder choir.
And they believe that like Kanye West was the king of an ancient civilization. Then they take Kanye West and they spread this galaxy. They spread the gospel of Jesus across the galaxy. So in 2201, like the moons of Jupiter, like Euripides now is fully like it's a Kanye West murder choir all over the planet because they've only found one zip drive full of Yeezus.
Now, let's not forget the Emperor of Mars, Mr. Elon Musk, and his massive zealot family. You know, it became a very militant occupation when it comes to
his
Mars.
38th grandson equals mcdouche. He has now taken over the planet. But he rules with like honestly a soft fist. He's a little weak, honestly, because they've been inbred super long. And I mean they have Grimes DNA in them, which is clearly muddled because she's insane. And so like E equals MC douche is now trying to rule this planet, and he finds these aliens, and he believes in the gospel of Jesus, and that's what they do now. And they just get down, they boogie. The whole universe.
And
is
here's
a
the
boogie
thing,
of bad
like
music.
no one really likes Mars anyway. Like Trump the Fourth is really just trying really hard to knock him out, but. With all the oil deposits in Mars, because of all the Martian dinosaurs,
Except the ancient aliens that had come here during the 1960s.
The
Anunnaki are now challenging the gospel of Jesus with the gospel that they had found during the 1990s, the gospel of Tupac.
It's pronounced
the true gospel of Tupac.
It's pronounced Tupac. If you're going to be part of the religion, do it right, okay?
Tupac.
It's like a subdivision. It's fine.
It's the.
So there was a civil war between the pronunciations of Tupac and Tupac back within the 2100s. So the rightful rulers of the Tupacians.
It's a fundamentalist section.
It's a fundamentalist section are now at war with the gospel of Jesus followers.
I respect that.
Yeah, no, it's great, and the music nowadays, it's very like they took EDM from the early 2019s, 2020s, and they just they deconstructed it, so now it's just bagpipes all day, every day.
Can you imagine Kanye West with a bagpipe? Oh my God, I want to hear it so
Don't
bad.
ruin that for me.
Please do it.
Don't ruin that.
I want to fucking know. Oh man. He's insane anyway. He's probably going to make a new bagpipe record.
Yeah, and of course, China at this point's all the way out to Pluto, and when we as the United States are still kind of fucking around on Neptune, and they're really just kind of hammering how far out they've made it so far. That's always a piece of shit in the ass.
For sure. Well, you just go there to watch the movies at Netflix.
Yeah. And
Netflix.
And the floating
with a P.
And the floating disembodied head of Putin is still running the KGB.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
But they're all like cyber soldiers now.
The United States is actually they 100% went public with the floating head of Walt Disney, who is now running the United States.
Are you entertained?
Look, look, we all know Walt Disney is just a figurehead, so to say. Okay, Trump the Fourth still runs the thing still. Okay.
Even though Walt Disney's the one Even as a floating head who has more money than he could ever possibly imagine.
I mean, he's no clone Jeff Bezos, but who's
True.
counting?
Jeff Bezos has returned to his home world of Lizardia and has gained his army.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, just listen. Baze Fuckos is doing his best with his whole lizard armor, and he's killing it, you know.
And I
he's
mean-
taken over Jupiter, and they live in like the gaseous little vapors. They're monster people, but they now own the biggest gaseous planet, and they produce all the energy for the galaxy, and they make us pay for it.
Sure, and
And they only pay their lizard people like 12 cents an hour.
And I don't
Exactly.
and I don't mean to be political about space affairs or anything like that, but there's also the little guys out there, with
Defend Jupiter, all right? Be brave. Be brave. Defend
I
Jupiter.
can't defend Jupiter. It's a heavy subject.
I feel like I don't know what's going on
It's
here.
a physics joke. It's
That makes sense. I'm street smart, not book smart.
Well, I want to talk about the little guys. Like, I mean, look at Los Angeles. It sank due to global warming. So now, like, the entire movie industry moved to Las Vegas. So now there's just like, a massive amount of prostitution and porn, but also a massive amount.
Porn
of
has never
glitter.
been better now, though.
Oh, yeah.
Never been better.
The stories?
the f-
My God.
The full,
My
the-
God, the
space porn.
cinematography.
The full 3D immersion where you're actually getting head as the person in the porn too. Like Oculus really went into
That's
it.
just called sex, Sam. I don't know if you know that's what you just explained is how
Digital
sex works.
sex.
Yes.
So you can actually marry your waifu. Your waifu can be digitized into the real world. Your waifu is now real.
Please don't put me in a computer.
You're already my wife.
I mean, like, I imagine at this point,
Doki doki yabu labu.
I imagine everyone is just in full swing with robotic relationships at this point. And if you really like, and that's actually pretty good because if you
you
actually
seem confident.
No.
You seem like you'd
I'll
fuck a
tell you-
robot.
I would fuck a robot, and I'll tell you why. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like,
Okay.
I don't want to necessarily be with anyone just to be with anyone and get experience and get broken up with and everything else. So I could just do that with a robot, and then when I actually legitimately like someone and they legitimately like me, we drop our robots and we have a relationship with each other.
Okay, but what about the robot's
What about the
sentience?
robot's feelings?
Right?
Fuck that robot. I'll turn your ass off.
This is how the human robot wars, and this is how Terminator started. This is
Yeah.
Terminator is not about
That's
robot supremacy. This is
Sky-
about a breakup story.
So this
Skynet's
is a
just
salty-
a sad girlfriend. That's
Just a
so
salty robot. It's just
Let's
a
be
salty
real.
robot.
Skynet's the jealous, abusive boyfriend. If we're doing sexist tropes,
Sure. I was sure.
yeah.
Point being,
Yep.
that's really funny.
Stand by
I learned today that Sam wants to fuck a robot.
Dude, Sam definitely wants to fuck a robot. Like, I
It
don't
happens a lot. You
like.
can
I don't. I
$300
don't.
bucks.
I
can
don't
order
have
you
to.
one right
I don't
now.
have to do like 80% of the work that requires in like an actual relationship. I'm a
I feel
terrible
bad for
per-
this
I'm a
robot.
terrible person.
I feel
just
bad for
gonna
this
watch.
robot.
I feel bad for the robot too. we
Look,
should stop anthropomorphizing
I'm just saying, like, the
robots.
moment I find a human girl that I actually like, I'm just gonna control, alt, delete, and you're gone.
This makes
It's
me
a
I thought you meant
robot!
that about the person. I was like,
No,
whoa, Sam.
no.
I'm gonna find me a girl
This
and
makes me
control
feel
alt
sad
delete her.
because my life as a teenage robot. I wanted to date XJ9, but okay.
She
That's
was just
fair.
a cute little aqua robot.
Yeah.
Dude,
Just
it's-
trying to live her teenage life.
It's all fun and games, so you get into an argument and you shut her down, so you don't have to talk to her for a while.
This
Sex-
is definitely how the robot uprising starts. You were 100% right. Shanny's gonna
Because they're gonna be like, I'm fucking done being shut down every single fucking time. This is called gaslighting, and I'm not gonna do this
Also,
anymore.
isn't there,
How's it-
there's like
I
a
mean-
Solar Opposites episode about that. Remember when in
That was a
Solar
good show. That's a
Opposites,
good
they
show.
made the wife bot.
Oh,
because they
yeah.
had a man cave and they wanted a wife that was mean to him, and the wife ended up fucking trying to destroy them. So they just
Yeah.
made her like this beta cuck husband and just like
Yeah.
sent him into a storage unit.
It was pretty
You know,
funny.
So-
this reminds me of, remember that 1970s movie? I'm not talking about the Nicole Kidman remake, but the original one, The Stepford Wives. I watched that.
It's
The
terrifying.
70s one. As a woman, I'm just like, yo, I'm never having sex with a man ever, which obviously is not true. But like back when I was 14 and watched this movie, I was so visibly upset. I didn't speak to my brother or my dad for like 2 days. Like,
Yeah.
Me either.
So, what superpowers are in this moment in history? Superpowers. Who are superpowers?
we're all mutants because of how fucked up the ecosystem and the ozone.
Like glasses
and
don't
I think we're all
exist
fucking
anymore.
right.
I imagine that like France at this point has achieved gay space communism.
I mean, we can hope.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
who's
hope.
stopping everyone else from taking them over? They don't have a good army.
Yes,
France
yes, they
also-
do. Yeah,
Right
okay.
now,
No,
but
no,
maybe
no.
not in 200 years.
Yo, fucking story time about the French. I was out in Afghanistan, and on this NATO base, we had a bunch of French soldiers. I would not fuck with a French. So they are so just like they took like army story time. Like they took Mosul in like less than a day. That's like a major fucking city. It took us months. It took them Mosul in Iraq.
Yeah,
it took them
Mosul.
2 days to take it, where it took us months to get half of it. Dude, the French
Do not fuck with the French.
do not fuck
Do
with
not fuck with the
do
French.
not fuck with the French. Yo, fuck you
Je
all.
ne sais pas
So
comment petit
what
peu.
I think is going to happen in 200 years, the French gay communist society is going to be like Laputa from Hayao Miyazaki movie. They're going to rise above the fucking like rest of it. It's going to be a fucking floating city in the sky that no one can fucking touch. The floating gay
Some, like,
communism.
Elysium shit.
Yeah. Laputa. French.
And then at
I
that
dig
point in
it.
time, I imagine that Ready Player One is so ubiquitous. Like no one even goes outside anymore. Like everyone's working on the Oculus, like getting NFT items from like World of Warcraft and selling
You
them.
would. I'll be in my
Yeah,
fucking
you know
cabin,
the
you
fuck I
dork.
would.
Japan has finally created an entire force field that blocks out everyone else, like an entire countrywide
Just-
force field, and has created the exact scenario as Psychopaths. The
That's
government.
terrifying.
Yeah, I feel like that's how Japan's gonna go.
That's fucking anime Minority
Yeah.
Report right
I feel
there.
like I got
Devil
this
Foreigner
whole
shield.
section wrong. I thought of something so stupid. It makes absolutely no
Please
sense.
Do
I
it.
mean,
Say
it's
it.
history. We gotta know. Put it in the
So,
history
so
book.
that this futuristic day in history, the CJW, the Cow Justice Warriors, the vegans specifically, have made it to basically got consent for cows. Like they basically, it's illegal to milk a cow now.
Cow
so
sense,
like,
man.
there's no dairy anymore.
Cows shouldn't have milk rights.
They got milk rights. This is their milk, and you're stealing it from them.
You're right. I'm stealing the means of production from cows.
It's
and
utter
there's not-
nonsense.
I was trying to find an utter joke and you did.
It's
Damn it.
utterly amazing that they're no longer able to touch the udders.
I have legitimately been sitting here for like 2 minutes thinking of an utter joke and I couldn't think of it and you fucking
No, this was
nailed
perfect.
It.
This was not stupid
That's
at
what I
all.
wanna
This
hear.
would.
I
this
was
is
like,
much
wow,
the
everyone's
future.
doing things that sound real. Like, I don't know if mine would even be real.
No, this is real.
This is absolutely
This is
real.
absolutely real.
Like
I feel heard.
we have like the lead advocate for cow milk rights right here. I mean, she was on
Yeah.
TED Talks and everything.
Yeah. Fucking with cows. It hurts people who consume it because you can taste the utter torment.
It's
God,
utter
that is-
ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
What?
You- okay,
you
taste
listen.
The
utter
utter torment,
torment.
You-
and then it affects you physically.
Okay, listen, you guys are just milking it, okay? Just
That was a push, but I take it.
It's okay, Zach. Move over. We're the funny ones now.
You said
Moo.
Ooh, moo.
you know what they say, you can't have slaughter
Mooah,
without
mooah.
you can't have slaughter without laughter.
Oh man.
What the fuck did you just say?
You can't-
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Anyway.
I'm trying to drink without choking, and you're making it hard.
That's what she said.
Exactly.
Oh goodness. So yeah, this has been the world dough in this time frame.
That's fair. What's next?
I think a word from our sponsors is
Who's up?
about that would be me.
You're up?
I'm uppity doodle.
Be up.
Uppity doo da day.
Yeah. All right. Hi there. Are you looking for companionship? Looking for that perfect, sweaty 400-pound guy who smells like old socks and mustard?
No.
The Trucker Sexual Hotline is waiting for your call. Dozens of trucker daddies are waiting for it. Press 1 to hear them complain. Press 2 to hear original catcalls from the streets. Press 3 to hear the flat earth and QAnon hot takes. And press 4 for everything in between. Don't wait long, because these truckers have to go back to work after lunch. Call 1-800-FAT-GUYS. That's 1-800-FAT-GUYS.
I
That
feel like this
actually fits
hotline
fat
smells
guys,
flannel.
that's
The
Smells like flannel?
It smells like flannel and
Old spaghetti.
and
Oil.
not Crown Royal is too expensive.
And like
What's a cheap whiskey?
And days of butt sweat.
Evan
Jack.
Williams.
Just
Evan Williams.
days of butt
Jack.
Jack
sweat.
isn't that cheap. Jack's actually overpriced and it's also garbage.
It smells like plastic whiskey,
There's no
unwashed
good whiskey in
flannel, and
Tennessee
BO.
except Corsair and
And really
maybe
cheap
Collier
tobacco.
I do
Really
like
cheap
the
tobacco.
I do like the honey whiskey though. That is pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie. When you originally said you were
It's
doing
not
like a
whiskey,
trucker
it's a
call
cordial.
line, I was like, those already exist. They're just called sex lines. Like they can call anytime.
Or you call the truckers.
I don't wanna.
Some people may.
Dude, there are some like
Not me.
Here's the thing. Someone once told me, and I kind of believe this, where it's like no matter how unattractive or weird you think you are, there are at least 5 people who are masturbating to you right this second. Like
My number's
don't-
way higher than that.
Well,
No,
obviously.
average.
Obviously.
I know too many things.
I'm
People
gonna
share
pay
too
for
many
it.
things with me.
That's why you snip, 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 snip. Cut them out your life.
Our sponsors thank us.
Or you make them pay you.
Like me.
True. I don't have a follow base for that, so I just get unsolicited dick pics for no money.
Exactly.
It's okay.
You should monetize.
That's
You
it.
gotta monetize
That's
those dicks, girl.
Dude, that just means you're an intern.
Oh my god, I'm an intern.
You're a dicktern.
You're an intern.
A dicktern.
That's you. Yeah.
My god.
So
Dick
if you have any
intern.
dick pics you'd like to send to me, first send them through my dicktern so that she can say if they're gonna be good enough for me or not.
Canon will rate your dick on a scale of 1 to 10, and let me tell you, nobody gets above a 4. No.
And to be fair, she doesn't get paid, so she's not even really paying attention to it. It's more
No.
like looking past.
1! 1!
Anyway, we're gonna
Send them at your own risk of mental health.
and general making fun of.
Bye.
Any hoozles, we're gonna jump into the next segment of the day, which is video games in real life. And for those who are just joining us, this is where we talk about the worlds of our video games and what would happen if they belonged here in our world. And today we are doing The Sims. Yeah, because nothing says a different world like a world that's very similar to ours.
It's interesting because it's just like it's a game about non-autonomy. So like, are we the Sims, or are we ourselves in a Sims world where we can talk, but then we walk up to people and there's like,
What if it's
Like-
what if it's both? Like maybe we have someone controlling us, but we're also controlling like a whole other group of people.
That's confusing and adds an extra
So they
layer. and it's hard to
actually
explain.
made a real ass language. So there is
Simlish.
such a thing called Simlish, and I found this out through TikTok because that's
Yeah.
where you find out all your information.
Of course.
I've learned more in TikTok
More
than I did
things.
in like 5 years of college.
TikTok is school.
So literally, there's like phrases of Simlish. Hello is so. Baby is nubu. I'm hungry is oh Phoebe late.
Is it like
Yeah.
how is it?
It's
Is
like
it the same language that the minions speak?
No, that's that's literally some Spanish, some Esperanto, and some French, and a little bit of English.
So,
Banana!
So basically how we're talking in 2201, that Simlish
Minions. Or
Everyone
something.
speaks
Yeah.
Simlish and Minion.
and maybe Klingon,
That's
like
fair.
a small amount of Klingon.
I can't
Katy,
do
if
it.
you were trapped in there, would you want to be controlled or controller?
I mean, I've seen all of the actions that people make. People do, like, everybody goes, I'm going to make these characters fuck. And that probably is realistic to real life porn because it's under the blanket and it's fucking chaotic and you don't know what's happening. And then when, like, a baby's born, what fireworks go off? Like, I'd rather control than be controlled in that point. It doesn't
Dude,
look
where do the fireworks
entertaining.
come from? From you?
No.
Is it like the baby pops out and then right after a bottle rocket shoots out? Like, how does it
Let me just pitch something to you. What makes you think we're not in The Sims right now?
First of all,
Simulation
theory
theories.
is one of the biggest
Yay.
things ever. This is a 500-year-old communication about Descartes' trap.
We don't
and
have enough
trap
time. This
attitude.
is an hour show.
Yeah.
Because we probably are. Like it's more likely than not that we are in a simulation. Like it is
See,
logically more
I
likely than
would
we are.
rather be like a dumb little Sims character that doesn't who thinks and scribbles and doesn't actually think of things and be controlled than what I have to do on the daily. I have to take ownership of my actions and prove I'm not an asshole. If
Yeah.
someone else is controlling me, I have no ownership of my actions. I'm just a little beep boop.
That's not brave.
I know, but I'm a fucking coward at this
Although
point in
you'd be
time.
really productive if you were the sim because they just give you all the stuff to do and you would just do all the things.
I just do the things.
Just do the things.
And then I'd hope someone would let me go to the shower because otherwise
if I
I'll
knew
be
that,
stanky.
I would immediately kill myself. Be brave.
No, but the thing is,
Be
if you're a
better.
sim person, you wouldn't have sentience. You wouldn't know that you're being
Well, no,
controlled.
I think the idea is you have sentience. It's just you have some
That's the key. Is like, if
like you have
knew-
like a big dude in the sky like go fucking swim without the ladder. You know, like
That's what it is. She went straight
yeah.
to fucking. I was like, what if I was trapped in a pool for all of eternity? Oh my god!
Well,
Like, that's
you
the
would die
scary
really
thing.
quick because there's no ladder. That's how they kill you.
I had a friend who threw a party at her Sims house, and then she took out all the windows and the doors, and then burnt the house down with everyone in it. And I was like, I don't want to be a burnt Sim. Like, what?
Who's your nightmare friend? That's the meanest thing I've ever.
There's a lot
I
more that
don't
they've
play
done.
Sims.
Did you know you
I
could
don't
trap
like that
Sims in
much
holes
power.
in the ground and not feed them?
I don't want that kind of power.
Yeah,
I
don't want either of these things.
dude, I had a buddy of mine. He was playing The Sims 4. He's got like an entire like graveyard in the backyard of all the people he's just like murdered. And it's
God.
like, you know, what you're trying to tell me basically is if you had no laws, you would just murder people. Like that's how I look at people who play Sims. People who play Sims, you know who they are based on like, you know, it's a place with no consequence, no rules. How would you interact in society? I feel like how they act in Sims is the answer to that question.
So what's really funny is I've never played an actual full Sims game. Back before I got an iPhone, I had this like weird like slide, like a Motorola slide phone, and they had this free trial version of the Sims Mobile. And that's the only time I ever fucking played Sims, right? And so I got as far as I could on that free trial, which is only fucking 20 minutes, right? So I found out I could seduce somebody's husband and take him away. Like my sim could seduce somebody's husband, take him away from the wife, and then like get him to move in with me before my free trial ended. And I just kept doing that as much as I could get over and over. But yeah, at the very end,
You
like
had
she
one
ran
thing
out.
to do, and you just stole wives. It's the
I
only-
was.
it's the
yeah.
only thing you wanted.
I just wanted to see how far I could
I'm
get.
learning that you all are all monsters.
Yeah.
All of you.
I'm actually one of the few people who did not kill his
No,
Sims.
because
played
like
the
I
game.
didn't kill any of my
li-
Sims.
No, literally that girl at the beginning insulted my outfit every single time the free trial started. It's like this person insulted you, and my character's like, "Meh." And I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm stealing your husband.
I respect
I will
that,
make
whatever.
you my stepchild.
Exactly.
Who's your daddy? Guess who?
Shanny. Shanny's daddy.
Shanny
It
daddies.
was on this tiny ass little screen on my fucking like. Remember when you had to text with numbers? That type of phone.
I will say one thing that was good about texting with numbers is you could do it behind your back because you could.
Oh,
like,
yeah, 'cause
could
you
do
memorize it.
secretly 'cause you
I
knew
could
that-
do it while, and don't shame me, but I could do it while driving simply because I could feel
You
where it
still
was.
text while
No,
driving. You're the scariest
Actually,
driver
I
on
don't do
earth.
that a lot recently because I've had some very close calls, and my whole body went, "Ooh, this is how you
you're
die."
a terrifying driver.
Not anymore.
It's okay. I'm a terrifying driver too. I'll be like I don't drive with my glasses, and so it's all bad.
That's terrifying.
But
What the fuck, Sam?
I
Put your glasses
I'm
on.
too poor for glasses right now. I gotta get a replacement.
I feel that I'm too poor for a dentist, and I know I got cavities.
Yep. Samesies.
I'm too poor for a
Like I
therapist.
know people say, well, why don't you have insurance? Bitch, I have insurance. Have you heard of copay? Guess what? It's too expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
But yeah, no. Like when it comes to The Sims, I would definitely have my god complex and say I will rule over all of you. But I wouldn't be like mean about it. I just want to see
I'd be a
everyone
benevolent
successful.
ruler.
I would just want everyone to be like super successful and have like a million billion babies if they wanted or something.
I want to
don't
show
know.
what the world could be if a woman was in charge.
Now, and here's the thing: I would, but also
Yeah.
I don't think I'd also mind
Yeah.
being ruled as well because living
Men on leash,
living
yeah.
is just fucking hard, and having to make millions of decisions all the time is exhausting.
You're a coward.
It's not even about it's not even about coward. I'm just lazy. I don't want to do anything. Just like tell me what to do and I'll go do it.
Yeah, that's my nightmare. Life is the worst. Life is incredibly difficult, but every single moment that you are given a second to have a decision, like you are given more opportunity than almost anything, any atom in existence. You have sentience. You have the ability to do things. Do it every moment. Be blessed. Own that shit. It is hard. It is difficult. It's never good to be the most powerful thing in the universe. If there is a God, it is us. Period.
You sound like a paladin.
Sure.
You know what? As someone who's, been in control of their future and made horrible, horrible decisions, which I didn't know they were horrible until later, I'd like someone to take over who can do my life better because I don't trust myself.
Yeah, no, we've all wrecked our shit, but that is also part of the experience.
I don't like
Why
this
is it-
experience. Can I, dip out? Can I do a hard reset and have a better brain?
Can I re-roll?
Can I reroll? Can I reroll?
You can just be better. You can every single day of your life. you
Yeah,
can be,
but I can't
I
change everything
re-rolled
that
when I
happened in
moved
the
to
past,
Los
which I wish
Angeles.
would change.
The past will always fuck you. Always. Who gives a shit? The past is not real.
I mean, to be fair-
the past is
to be-
a literal illusion. It's
to,
not real.
to be
It's not
fair, the
happening right
future
now.
will also always fuck you, but in a different way.
But
Like,
the future's also not real.
yeah, but
It's not real.
But if the past is an indication of the future as well, the future's just gonna fuck you just at a different time.
Thank you for coming to our NPR podcast.
Sure. No. Go fuck yourself. being brave.
Well,
the
with the
most important thing in the
technology
world.
that's coming up, we're going to be fucking ourselves a lot more.
Heyo.
Maybe.
Ayo.
I'm gonna
Adam
move
and
to
Eve.
Have you heard of the
cabin and
pocket
leaving
pocket
alone.
pussy?
Yes.
Everyone's heard of
No, the pocket pussy.
The pocket pussy.
It's this big
What?
and it stretches this far
I
over.
sent it to you. I told you to
Uh-huh.
get it to her
I
for
said,
a car ride.
"Oh, I want to get this.
What the hell?
Save some
It's
time."
like a little egg. It looks,
It looks like a little egg,
like
and
a
it's like
tiny
silicone,
pocket
and it
pussy.
stretches like this far.
Yeah, it makes it super easy.
Pocket
Great,
pussy.
great for driving around with.
I mean, I I got like the fleshlight thing. Those are okay.
This is the same. It's like a flashlight that's like this big, and it's a teamwork.
It
thing.
looks like when you put that finger thing when you're trying to turn the pages,
Well,
little rubber finger thing,
yeah.
but bigger.
Yeah, no, like, no,
Why
I
are we
get
talking
that.
about Sims?
We were, and now we're talking about sex.
See, literally, Sims always turns into a sex discussion because that's literally anyone ever does. It's just fuck
Like,
with
oh
their
my
sex.
god, can I make you
Fuck,
fuck?
marry, and kill. That's all you do. in Sims.
Literally, before I knew what sex was, I was on my freaking mobile Sims app, just like woohooing fucking people, not knowing what the fuck that was.
Woohoo! I'm like, what the fuck? I don't do that. Do I do that? I don't do that.
I think I was having sex before cell phones.
You were.
Most likely, yeah.
Cell phones didn't exist until I was in high
See,
school.
what's really
I-
funny is I didn't get the sex talk until like I was 10. So like when I found
too.
out what the internet
That's
was,
actually really
I
young.
literally
You said that like it's weird.
Until you were
It's like
10,
that's
I
kinda
didn't
normal.
get the talk at all.
no, I actually didn't get the. I got a movie. What I got was a movie, and my parents didn't tell me shit. Only
like a
the
religious
only
movie?
thing. No, it was at public. I went to public school. My parents were poor as shit. So like, my parents literally traumatized me. Though I didn't hug my friends. No one's allowed to touch you except for you and a doctor. I didn't give my parents hugs. I was like fucking anxious as shit. No one's allowed to touch me. I didn't know why, but my parents said I couldn't. So like that's why. So then when they like they previewed the movie, I'm like, oh yeah, she can handle it. And I found out penis goes in vagina, which is like super not in my comfort zone. I'm like, what? So I thought men were rapists because they didn't explain how the penis
How.
got into a vagina. They just explained the technical things, and they separated the girls and the guys, and I had no idea what the fuck. So I ran home because I lived close to elementary school, crying. And I punched my mom in the arm. I'm like, you're disgusting. And so I like run into the downstairs bathroom of my parents' house, and I'm sobbing, locking the door. My mom's like, oh my God, what the hell? And she's like, Mom, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you did that twice. Because I have a brother. Because
Oh, that's so funny.
I didn't know what the fuck happened. Like, it was so
My-
funny.
When I got that conversation, it was my dad and a Playboy magazine because the internet was not really much of a thing at the time. Nope. And the thing is, like, he'd be like, he's looking for examples. He's like, oh, this one's good. No, that's not one. Yeah, that one's good. No, that one. Like, so I'm just like looking through naked pictures, but also learning about the birds and the bees. And he's like, maybe I'll show you another one. I'm like, yeah, you should show me another one. Like,
Imagine being taught about sex through Playboy. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I never got
I-
the talk. Like I didn't know
I
what
didn't
a
either.
period was till it happened
well,
to me.
here's the thing. Like
That's
nowadays,
horrible.
I thought I was
Sorry.
dying.
Oh my God, how horrible.
Nowadays, it feels like nobody wants to have the talk because they have the assumption that like internet porn is just gonna do that for you, and that's not.
No.
That's
why
not.
I-
No,
Kids
kids
are
start experimenting without
psychopaths.
realizing what it does, and then babies are born when you're like 14.
Yo,
Yeah.
so if any of you are watching us that are underage, which this is a mature podcast, I don't know why
Probably
you would,
shouldn't
but
be here.
Yeah. But PSA again.
I mean, if they watch South Park, they're watching us. Let's. be
oh yeah,
honest.
exactly. But like, yo,
Just
porn's
ask
not
questions.
real.
Ask questions.
And the person that you eventually do the nasty with isn't also an actual person. So you should probably communicate and talk about how things feel and comfort levels.
So what should I
Yeah.
tell my sock?
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's Towley's cousin, and that's really weird.
I mean, he didn't have a problem with it.
Wanna get high?
So what else is happening in our segments? I think we should move the
We-
fuck on.
We
Yeah.
should still move on because we're actually done with this segment, surprisingly enough.
Yep.
Let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
Coffee or tea? Rhetorical question. The answer is tea. Let's run with that. You've heard of the neti pot, or the fact that tea can heal all kinds of ailments. But what if you could drink a tea and become a thought? Here at Thought Pot, we offer brews and herbs that transform anyone who drinks them into a thought. 1 cup equals the perfect thought. 2 cups equals a thoughty MILF. 3 cups equals a cougar thought. Act now and we'll throw in a kawaii sugar cubes for extra sweetness. Ding.
So she accidentally gave me a cup of that when I was over at her house one time.
It's
So
true.
How many cups do I need for a coherent thought?
Ooh, we don't have that. Maybe with
That's
2.0.
actually it's the cold brew line.
Cold brew line.
That's like that premium tea that I can't afford.
Get it in time for Hot Girl Summer.
That's right.
Hashtag Thought Girl Summer.
Thought Girl Summer.
Summer! Oh my god, I love it.
So we're gonna jump into the next segment, which is Donkey Show. And for those who don't know what Donkey Show is, I think we did this literally only once. Donkey Show is when we start talking about shows that should have been, could have been, was really fucking amazing, and then turned into absolute donkey.
I have one.
Also, please don't Google that. You will regret it.
Go ahead and Google that. Don't listen to what she
no,
said. Google.
don't.
Do it.
Don't.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Don't listen to either of them. Make up your own minds.
Trust me, please. Anyway, I guess I'll go first. So, since I don't know, golf, shit, whatever, vampires. Remember the vampire craze of like the 2010s?
Hell yeah.
There was this HBO show called True Blood that no one ever talks about anymore.
Because it was horrible.
The
That's
first season
not
was
objectively untrue. But a lot of that show was really cool.
Yeah, so the first maybe 1 to 2 to 3 seasons, I was like a 5-season thing. It started going downhill like after they had like some like Dionysus shit, and I don't know what the fuck happened. And
No.
also they did Tara so fucking dirty. But like that last
They did
season
kill that
and
bitch on
the
screen.
last fucking episode in the theme of what would be the horrible donkey show that was Game of Thrones that we covered already. HBO doesn't do last seasons very well at all. Sopranos, awful last season. Like last episode at least. You know.
I feel you.
I'll argue with you.
Yeah,
but
no
we'll-
worries. But like True Blood, the last 2 seasons were just like, what the fuck? Literally,
It really
I
was.
feel like they changed showrunners like 3 times during that show or something. So that's probably why everything got all
The fucking
woo-da-woo-da.
Papa Compton, when he became like the Messiah, that was so fucking
Yeah.
weird.
I never
hated
liked that
so
character.
much.
Yo,
He's the worst.
and when they cut off, okay, I can tell exactly when the show went downhill. They cut off Eric Northman's hair, Alexander Skarsgård. They cut that shit off.
Vampire Daddy.
Yeah, he got blood in his waist job, and they cut his hair off because he didn't want to wear a wig anymore. And I'm like, fucking, are you kidding me? Then after that, I was like, okay, fine, story's good, whatever. They killed Godric, his like maker, and he
Godric
was
was the
hot
man.
as fuck. And they killed him after like a couple of episodes. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? He was the hottest person on this show.
Godric, he looked like he was 14.
I was a kid when I was watching that show.
That's
So
Yeah,
that makes
this was
sense.
like a decade ago.
Godric was a little baby person.
Yeah, but I'm significantly younger than you are, so
That's
everyone
fair.
else was like a
Yeah,
man,
Bart.
and I was still a teenager, and I'm like, I don't know, man. These people look too like
feelings.
exactly. I shouldn't have been watching this show.
No, you definitely should not have been watching True Blood.
Anyway, so yeah, the story, like, if there was a good story at the beginning 3 seasons, it really went downhill, and then no one
Yeah.
talks about it anymore because of how shitty it ended. The end.
That's fair. I respect
Yeah.
that.
I got a donkey show for you. It's a little bit newer, and that would be Marvel's Inhumans.
Yeah,
It
no, they
was-
fell
What?
apart.
Fucking
Exactly.
so bad.
I've never even heard of
I've
this
never even
thing.
heard
So
of it.
this came out in 2017. It's got my doppelganger in it, I1 Rayon, and it sounded on its face really cool.
Ramsey?
Yeah.
Ramsey's your double?
Yeah, here.
Kind of.
Lit. I got the video.
Ramsey Bolton?
Ew.
I can see like a half brother
Kinda.
thing.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
he
care what
played-
that actor does in anything. If I see him on these streets,
Here,
I'm
I'll
gonna
sh-
fucking kill
I'll,
him.
I'll show you. Hold on. Ramsey.
I saw him in another show. He was
Bolton.
Yeah, but he plays a mad.
Images.
He's the mad brother. I can't remember what his name is, but
He's Ramsey Bolt.
Ramsey Bolton.
no, I'm talking about in Humans.
Oh yeah.
He plays Black Bolt's brother.
Yeah,
the
he's the guy
mad-
who's like taking
mad
shit
something.
over. See, like I'm legit like this guy's fucking.
Like a
doppelganger.
I
half
see
brother.
what you're saying, but it's only because you got that scruffy ass beard on right now.
Not even with the beard. If you take the beard off, it's still very facial wise.
Interesting.
And
Do you flay people
I do.
if
Do
they
you?
want to?
Jack looks like Jeremy Sumter.
But
did
so I was actually I was working with that hashtag show at the time, and I was doing a review show for the Inhumans, and I watched the first I think like 2 episodes. It was so bad. It was so like I mean the only thing I could really think is like Black Bolt was kind of cool, you know, like in his
Well,
power.
Black Bolt's just fucking rad as
Yeah.
a character. Like the Inhumans is, and first of all, a point of importance here. The Inhumans is an awesome line in the Marvel comic books. Like it's a really cool
Yes.
idea. It's rad, and Black Bolt is crazy powerful. His voice can blow up planets.
Yes.
It's crazy.
And
super
then
powerful.
like the moment I got turned off by this was actually the scene where like the chick with a really long
Medusa.
hair, Medusa, and they just in the first episode they just cut it all off, and I'm like, she's super powerful, and you want to like just take away all her powers in the first episode. She's like useless now.
Men do that to women all the time, Sam.
Of course they do.
And then on top of that, like the fight scenes were lame, and just how everything just went, and the dialogue was weird and stilted.
They were trying to run off Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they were hoping that it would have the same popularity, and it just wasn't, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was kind of grounded and kind of fun, and Inhumans is too big. Like Inhumans is too crazy.
It's really
they have
big.
a teleporting dog. They have a guy whose voice can blow up worlds. They have a girl whose hair can like is like super powerful. Like it's too comic booky for TV. And it
Well,
just-
it's not that I think it's too comic book. I think they totally could have pulled it off. It's just they didn't really do enough, I think, research to justify the series. Like if they knew their shit, this would have been so much easier to do, and it would have had a great storyline. And it's just bad writing. It's just bad writing all around.
Yeah.
Donkey Show. What's
Donkey
next?
show.
what you got? Katie, you want to yell about dogs?
Yeah, I mean, I had 3 shows pop in my head: Dexter, Sabrina, and then Sweet Life. But I'd rather do the Secret Life. It's fucking Sabrina. I'd rather do the Secret Life of Pets, because I thought about it the other day and it got to me. It like irked me deep in my skin. So when you look at the preview of the show, it looks like it's gonna be like a pet soap opera. Like it's gonna be like when we go to work, what the fuck do our pets do? And we imagine as humans the funniest things that they do. They can have city council meetings in a neighborhood with just the animals of the neighborhood. Like, I bet you our pets get out and just like hang out. I guarantee it. But instead we got like a Homeward Bound crap where I'm like, okay, that's the same story I've already heard. I'd rather watch a pet soap opera. And
How do you feel about the movie Cats and Dogs? Have you seen that one?
with Lou.
Well, it's like a live action.
Yeah, with
like,
Lou.
Where the cats are trying to
think
like
so.
take
It's
over the
same
world and the
movie as
dogs have to
Homeward
stop
Bound,
it.
Milo and Otis,
But with,
Cats
like,
and Dogs.
spies
Well, no,
and
this was a
shit.
spies. That was cool. I thought that was a different take on what cats and dogs do. They're spies. That's different. But the movie was it was such a bore. And then the second one was even more boring. And I'm like, why did you get funding for this?
not
And now
gonna
there's
lie.
a ride at Universal?
I
For
don't like
what?
the second movie, but I'm completely in disagreement. I love the first movie. I thought the first
Stupid.
movie was hilarious.
It was funny, but it wasn't what I was expecting.
You just want to make a different movie.
I
and that's
do. Pixar, call me.
This-
I have a
thi-
great idea.
This sounds like a if I
As
made
DreamWorks,
it segment.
I
Oh, I have
Or
a lot of
is
if I
it
made it.
Illumination or DreamWorks?
DreamWorks?
DreamWorks, I think.
I think it's DreamWorks.
I'm like 70% sure.
Yeah. But no, yeah.
Whatever.
I was very disappointed in that movie.
Donkey Show.
Guess what I'm going to talk about? Anime.
Of course you are.
Is it the Netflix ones?
Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul, written by Shuya Suida, is one of the craziest motherfucking psychological, like, seinen mangas there's ever been.
But what makes it
For
like a
people
donkey show,
who
though?
don't speak Japanese,
I
what does
was-
seinen mean?
I was getting there. Tokyo Ghoul is a bit more of like an adult, with the manga and the anime. So in manga, there's a bunch of different types, but like shonen is like little kid stuff. It's Dragon Ball Z. It's Hunter x Hunter. It's silly things. And seinen is typically more like adult oriented. It's usually for like upper teenagers, adults, whatever. Usually kind of violent, either that or sexual or whatnot. But it is Tokyo Ghoul is in all intents and purposes a vampire story. And it's fucking nuts. It's crazy. And the first season of Tokyo Ghoul was done by a really good production company, and they nailed it. It is bananas. I recommend everyone to watch the first season. And then
Oh no.
they tried to just make more shit, and it was the worst. They followed if anyone's a fan of like Fullmetal Alchemist, they did the same thing they did. The second season, Tokyo Ghoul, they made the season before the show or the manga was done, and so they just kind of like made their own story, and it made no sense. And then because they knew they fucked up, they made a third season, which was a better version of the second season, kind of. And they just like skipped all the good stuff, and they made like a weird, like they They just did whatever they wanted, and it's as if like they took the writer and they said, "Hey, listen, your stuff's great. I want you to go fucking die, and I'm gonna ruin you." And that's what they did. And they ruined Tokyo Ghoul because that could have been a huge franchise. It was an incredible story, and the show wrecked it because people are greedy and they wanted more money, and they were trying to ride off the popularity of the first season. And rather than just waiting and making a good fucking show, they made a dumpster heap. It was awful. Like, the animation was bad. The story made no sense. They added new characters that weren't really involved. And it just, the production value took a goddamn, like, left turn into nowhere, and it was terrible.
I hate when that reminds me of kind of like Heroes, where Heroes had like a dope ass like first season, and then just like
Yours was cool
win.
for a while.
It has such a cool concept.
It was
such a cool concept.
Save the cheerleaders, save the world.
Like that, they said that for like a million times in the first season, and then it amounted to fucking nothing.
Remember when Hayden Panettiere was super famous? Where did she go?
She did Nashville, and then
I haven't heard her name in a long time.
She did Prom, the horror film. She did Nashville. There's a couple
still
things she's
around?
doing.
yeah.
I haven't heard her name
she's
forever.
like Hillary Duff. She only shows up sometimes, and when she does, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which, by the way, why haven't they made a movie? Like, I feel like Hillary Duff and Hayden Panettiere would make like a great like buddy cop thing.
Because they look similar?
No.
Yeah.
What?
You can't
Like,
cast
what-
people
like,
that
why-
look
what do you
similar.
say?
That's where
Like,
the
what does that
gingers
mean?
get cited.
Because they're similar people.
I'm saying they have a level of similar typecast, and I feel like them
So they look
together-
the same. You're saying like these two people
I
look
wouldn't
the
say
same.
I wouldn't say by
no
looks,
more
but-
buddy cop movies. Those have been done.
Done.
A couple times.
They've been done.
Let's
know
do
what?
a different version. Sorority cops. Blonde versus brunettes.
Why do I feel like I'd watch that? Like a Legally Blonde.
This
like,
just sounds
buddy
like a
cop
really
thing.
bad porno again.
I'd watch it.
I'd watch it. No, I'd watch it. I think it would actually be legitimately entertaining.
No, I mean,
Women
like,
who
Sorority
make
cops.
porn.
you know what? There's a
Soror-
great lack of within like decent movies, like
Everything.
What? Yeah. no. Like fucking D&D versus like fantasy realm shit. So what if we put Hillary Duff and Hayden
literally a
Panettiere
high-end
as
D&D movie coming out right now,
as
starring Chris
fraternal
Pine.
twin ranger cops? Rangers.
So
in a
Katniss
D&D
Everdeen's?
Oh, and shot
Yeah,
like The
that's-
Office.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
it is.
but in like a D&D verse. So they're going around trying to solve mysteries and shit because they just keep running into NPCs begging for their fucking help. One's super like, sociopathic, doesn't give a shit, and the other one's like goody two shoes. And they end up having to do things together. That'd be
Which one's the
fucking
goody
dope.
two shoes? We have to know.
Hillary Duff, obviously.
Hillary Duff.
Rosolian Isles and the Sundered Isles.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
I'm down.
Hillary Duff
That's
plays
just
a good bitch
that's
though.
that's just the fantasy genre. They
Yeah.
have those movies.
I mean, like they do, but they're usually not mainstream and sometimes really
Surely.
poorly CGI'd and horrible.
Sure.
All right, who's left?
Remember
we got,
Aragon?
we got a lightning round coming up. Who's left?
Yeah, I think we're done. I think we did all.
Oh, we did it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did it.
Well, just
Hey.
shut the fuck up, Sam.
Yeah,
I'm trying to keep time. I'm trying to be responsible.
Let's go.
With that being said, a word from our sponsors.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh, right.
Put your
Have you been on your phone and known that you shouldn't be doing something? Are you in public looking at porn? Are you about to text your ex-girlfriend?
All the time.
Are you
Oh my
sitting
God.
there listening to songs that make you sad? I introduced the Don't app. The Don't app is connected to your smartwatch, and every single time you press a button you shouldn't be touching, you are electrocuted, and a giant speaker says, "Fucking don't." You program it to yourself. It follows the things you do. It listens to your text messages. It knows you, and it knows when you're fucking up, especially if you've been drinking. It detects the alcohol on your wrist, and if you are about to text your ex-girlfriend, it says, "Hey, fucking don't," and punches you in the face with electricity.
Hey,
The
Ky-
newest app coming from don'tfuckyourlifeup.com.
hey Kyle, you got a message?
I did.
Cool. Anyway, I feel like that would have like a lot of DLCs, like the don't text your ex DLC, the don't send a dick pic to your boss DLC.
Don't send dickpics.com. 100%. The moment you take a picture of your dick, you're electrocuted. Just nobody wants it. And also, we're dudes. We don't know how to take pictures. What are you doing? Like, stop taking pictures of your dick. It never looks good. Like, what are you doing with this?
I don't know
corn
about
cob piece?
I don't know
Get
about
outta
you,
here.
but I do boudoir pictures with my penis. Like
Whatever,
they're tasteful
fucking
dicks.
Sam
If
from
you
Blue Mountain
send,
State.
hold up, from a girl's perspective, if you send a dick pic, send it, put it on a goddamn ring light, like frame it from like neck down to your like upper thigh. I don't want to see it from this angle. I don't want to see it from above. I don't want to see your hand in
Also,
it. Just
pro tip,
stand
guys,
up.
Girls
First
want
of
to
all-
see you, not your dick.
Yeah.
Yes. So one of my friends actually sent me like test your nudes because he's like
Test
like
your
we just have this
nudes.
type of friendship.
Aww.
He's just like I'm like you gotta be artsy with it. You can't just be
Yeah.
like dick in your hand. Like that's just not it.
Show me your
I'm like you gotta be
physique.
artful
have
with
that
that fucking sheet.
Get some
You gotta,
lighting.
you gotta
Good
look like
lighting.
fucking David, man. You
I
gotta like light yourself like a fucking
Smooth
like
your
marble.
skin in an app.
I like
Right?
to I like to like go abstract. Like,
Yes.
like I want to shoot under the ball, so it's just like a top.
What?
You watch Blue Mountain State, don't
Yo,
you?
I am that friend that people send their nudes to for like, is this artsy enough? I am that friend.
Also,
I get nudes.
They want to fuck you.
this is brought to you by.
Too bad they're not gonna.
This is brought to you by.
But nobody sends nudes to somebody without a little bit of intention.
Yeah, whatever. They
Yeah.
still not gonna
Give
get
me
any,
your
and I'm gonna get
money.
my artistic
This
integrity.
is,
Go
this
get
is
your
brought
yours.
to you by
Whatever.
Boudoir Penis. Get your picture taken right.
We could do a nude studio. I'm doing that on my next commercial.
That's super funny. Have a studio where like you run a business where it's like, hey dudes, oh
Next
my god,
sponsor.
you're brilliant. This is actually a really
Yeah,
good
no, it's a
idea.
really
You're
good
like,
idea.
That's a real thing. Fuck our show. Like make that business.
Fuck our
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, like get a camera and be like, hey dudes, do you need help sending better nudes?
It's a
Dude
good,
nudes.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just stole my commercial. I need
No, do it next time. That's fine, but that's amazing.
That's the
I'm just
idea,
so
not the
happy for you.
commercial.
No.
Get famous. Move to LA
I,
and make a business. You're about to be a billionaire.
I also,
Oh my god, she
I
can join
actually-
our content house.
Yeah.
I,
What else?
Content
There's-
house.
After the, we have
We
more things
got
to
some
talk about.
stuff.
I had an idea like about a week or two ago where it's like, you know, maybe you want to like shoot like a private home video at home, but you don't want to like Pornhub or anything. So
Nudie
like
duties.
you hire a production company that does like porn, like adult films,
Nudie movies.
but just for you. Like they don't send it out or put
Nudie
on Pornhub.
movies,
It's
just for
they,
you.
They make it just for you.
Yeah,
It'd
it's
be
like
dope.
those '90s like family
That's
portrait
just- you just
studios,
pay a
but
friend
for
to
porn.
Videotape you fucking? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes.
But we're talking like lights. We're talking about like a red camera and like just really cinematography.
So
Welcome
you
to
just
our
pay a dude with a
porn
camera kit
workshop,
to film
everyone.
you. Like that's not a business. That's just asking a cinematographer.
No, it's a
to film you
it is a
fucking.
professional
Project
business.
Greenlight, or actually Project Red Light
Project
District.
Red Light.
Project Red Light.
Oh my god.
Yes.
You are onto something good. Listen, nudie duties is your shit.
Nudie duties.
You're about to get famous, girl.
That's
On taking
that really
people's
is.
nudes.
That's like some,
Trademarked?
that's like
Nudie duty?
that's like a Nathan for you thing right there.
Fucking Nathan for you.
I fucking hate Nathan for you.
Really?
That show makes me so mad. I do not
There's so
hate you
many
as a
good-
person.
there's so
I
many good
hate that
ideas.
show. It's so stupid.
Hill that
There's
we
so many
die
good
on
ideas.
so
now.
stupid. So
Well,
stupid.
you know what? I tell you what. We're actually jumping into that right now.
Tell us why you hate
Tell
it.
us about it.
It's pointless. It's like the freaking Eric and Andre show. Pointless. Pointless.
I'm actually going through it my first time around right now because I never even heard about it until literally just recently.
It's stupid.
It's
It's a waste
so
of money.
funny.
I can't tell if he's being serious. I know he's like half serious, half being a comedian. I appreciate the comedian. I appreciate him as a person. I hate your show. I'm sorry. I can't. I've watched
okay.
so many episodes.
What? Okay, I have to ask them. What makes it not great? What makes this thing like not a thing for you?
I feel like it's making fun of the idea of like making people's dreams come true or like helping them in certain ways, or it's every episode irks me in different ways, but it feels like it's making fun of not even me personally, but like my industry. And I know that's exactly what it's doing, but it makes me so mad.
You know, I can see I can see your perspective. Like I can see why, because you know if you're like a business owner, you're like trying really fucking hard, and then this guy comes in and makes fun of your stuff by making like a slightly tweak. I mean, I will say this: there are some ideas on that show that are actually like kind of good ideas, in like in the worst way possible.
Yeah. It just there's so many shows that like I want to write and I want to make and I want to produce, and you have a chance to produce a show and you pick that. It makes me so mad.
Well, to be fair, it did have like like
And he's
60.
popular, so he's doing it. So like.
Oh, I know. Go, keep doing your thing. I just know I
Well,
don't like
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I hate all British comedy, but like, it's popular.
Well, like
comedy.
okay, that show like it ended in 2017 after like 6 seasons,
Y'all must
and
hate
the
my
only
comedy. It's
reason
dry as hell.
the only reason that it ended is because they couldn't find enough people who haven't seen or know of the show.
Yeah.
Like
Nobody wants to be made fun of. Like I don't like pranks. I don't like when people are mean for humor.
It's
like
boomer
that's
humor.
That's off. I hate boomer humor. I hate it.
Boomer humor.
That they're mean.
I hate when people are mean. Like don't be cruel. Don't be mean. Like this Ugh, it makes me so mad. The industry already sucks as it is.
I don't like shame comedy either.
I hate shame comedy.
I can't watch the British Office. The British.
Oh, I
version
can't
of
do
the
British
I
Office.
tried.
It
It
is
was,
a culture
it was
of
a little
shame.
difficult.
Michael Scott for life.
Every joke is just mean. It's
Mean.
Just, it's meanness.
Well,
and in
that's
fact, I can't watch some of the Michael Scott stuff. There's episodes of The Office I can't
Dude,
watch because it's mean.
don't watch the super fan cuts. Those are like I'm watching those now. They're like 45 minutes each because they're putting all the
Yeah.
deletes in. Some of them are funny and some of them actually put more context to the character, which is nice. But a lot of the jokes were just like super mean and like there's times like I can see why you
Not a
cut
fan.
that out.
I don't like
Yeah.
I have one that's
Do it.
not really comedy based, but it's based on the fact that my mom likes to pretend she's the suburban housewife while she lives in a shitty ass apartment and forces me to watch HGTV. So, HGTV, there's this fucking, I don't remember what the fuck the show's called. I've watched like 3 whole episodes with my mom because she forced me to like not do what I need to do to watch this with her. It's like they have a house, they're trying to sell the house, and then they make the house the most blandest house ever to try to get it sold because of some reason, like the family likes certain things. Like there's a yellow house. The wife loved the yellow paint on the outside, and then they get these really mean ass people on like webcams to be like, ew, that's like mustard colored, and I don't like that, and I don't want to like buy this house, and it's disgusting. And like they just shit talk these houses, and like these poor families that like signed on for this house so they could like afford to like up their house to get it sold and everything. I have to sit there and listen to that, and then they paint everything white. And like put some weird, like, first of all, super like dishonest, like fake wood stuff and other stuff to like trick people into buying the house too.
Call their floor dishonest.
No, like wood paneling on the walls that are like they're like literally
They're
stickers.
laminate. They're laminate.
Laminate
Yeah.
stickers or
They're
whatever
a
the fuck.
lie.
Yeah, it's just a lie.
The house is a lie.
And literally everyone else is like, wow, this is so much better. I'm like, basic ass bitches.
Yeah.
And then it's
It's
also just
sellable.
like, wow, it's sellable. But the thing that really grinds my gears is they only show 3 rooms in every house. I'm like, what about the rest?
Yeah.
You changed these 3 rooms. What's the rest of the house look like? What the fuck? Because
Yeah.
I just want to see the rest of the house since I'm being forced to watch this shit anyway. What the fuck does the house look like?
Honestly,
What does it look like?
Trailing on the HGTV, like there's another one where
Yeah.
it's like either it's like Find Your Fixer Upper or something, or it's like couples who buy their
White
first
people
house.
renovating houses.
Yeah, but they're like, all right, you've got 3 houses to choose from, but like they all suck. Do they go to more than 3 houses? Do they get to pick like their actual house that they want, or because they're on the show, do they have to choose these houses to live in?
Yeah, I feel like it's also like when someone wins like a sweepstakes or everything, there's still like predatory practices and they have
Yeah.
to pretend that they're okay with everything too.
Yeah, like sure, yeah, let's put a giant tree slide in my daughter's
It's like
room, even
the
though she's
Green
gonna grow out of that in 4
Mile.
years.
Then remember that Stephen King book where it's like, oh, it's like for your life. It's like we're slowly edging into like all of this reality TV just fucking with us, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that movie Network. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
I actually haven't. Okay, so I know of it. I haven't seen it. I've seen like one clip because of like film school, but I really like. There's a dude.
Running
like,
Man, sorry, not the Green Man.
Yeah, like it's.
I was confused about.
yeah,
I was like,
sorry,
what are you
sorry.
talking about? I was like,
No, no.
He just had the shining, like he's a sweet
Yeah,
guy
no.
in jail.
Yeah, I like flipped them in my brain.
Rip
Sorry
Michael,
about it.
Rip Michael Clark Duncan.
Yep.
For me, mine's kind of basic. It's like a little thing that just annoys the shit out of me. I don't like people reading to me. I don't. I hate it when people just read things to me, whether it's like a book or instructions or just like they have a thing in their hand and they're just directly to me reading this thing. I literally just like, give me this. I have eyes. I can read faster than you can speak. Let me do this thing. I don't. It's not like a condescending. You can't read thing or anything. I don't like hearing the sound of people's voice reading to me when I can just do it my fucking self. Like I don't know. It's kind
I'm
of
the opposite of that. I don't want to read. I'd rather someone read to me.
yeah. No. Like this is a little thing. It's like the smallest thing ever. And my girlfriend's actually like kind of bad about it because she'll read things to me. I'm like, no, give me the thing. I can do this. I don't know. It's for my entire life, even when I was like a little kid. It's like, no, Grandma, I will read myself. Give me this. I can't deal with people reading to me.
That's fair. I'm trying to think of like a situation where someone's like, just like instructions. Like, what if someone's being sweet?
Like the
I'm
only.
just like reading you a poem.
I mean, that's fine if it's like a thing like that.
What
sure.
if I read you a poem?
Is it?
Would you be mad at me?
Is it like
what if
your
Maggie
poem though?
Smith read you a poem?
What if David Attenborough reads you a poem?
What if Morgan Freeman read you a poem?
I mean,
What if I fucking stab you? Sorry, I didn't win it.
Zach's got some good poems, though.
I mean,
Good poems.
if you got
And
poetry,
some
I'll be,
repressed rage.
Here's the thing: I'll be more than happy to listen to something that you created. Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
fine.
Like, does it have to be specifically like instructional things? Or do you see? Is the key here is do you not want to be told what to do?
No,
Is that it?
the key is I enjoy reading very much, and especially with instructions, because if I'm building something, like if I'm actively building something, like I want to see the instructions. I want to like be in it. I don't need someone to go put slot A into slot B. Like no, just give me the instructions. I'll take care of it myself. I'm a very hands-on kind of guy. I don't like it.
That's fair.
I just remember falling asleep when people read me things when I was a kid. So, like, I'd have to go back and read what the fuck was said because I fell asleep. And they would always stop at the point after I fell asleep that they continued reading. I'm like, well, what happened with the other chapter? I was knocked the fuck out. Tell me what the fuck happened.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a dumb hill to die on. But
Halfway.
Sorry, is it thing?
let me just read in peace.
Mine will also. I'll keep this pretty simple. Why is Netflix the only subscription service that lets you skip the intros?
Right?
I want to skip the intros on Hulu and on
Disney
Amazon Prime
Plus.
and all these things. Why does Netflix do they have the copyright on it? Are the other ones dumb? Like why are they not doing it?
I think you could do it on Disney Plus.
I think they just started doing it on Disney
Maybe
Plus, actually.
Good. But why not the other ones? Why is it so hard? I don't want to watch intros. I was listening to a fucking TikTok the other day, and someone was saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch all of Naruto," and the guy's like, "Yeah, well," and the boyfriend goes, "We should skip all the intros and save a bunch of time." The guy goes, "Well, like shit, like, am I saving all that time?" And she added it up. There's so many episodes.
like
If you skip the
500
intros,
episodes.
it's like 18 hours of intro. That's so much time.
So much.
And it's just skip them. I don't want it. I don't care. I don't need to see it again. If I'm on season 6, I know who's in the show. Let me move past.
For
the
every
intro.
anime, at least, I watched the first episode's
Well, you
intro
gotta know
for
the
the whole
intro.
season, and then I watched the first episode end credits so I know what the thing is, and then they did the half thing with the half season. I'm like, okay, they changed the intro. I'm gonna watch it
Exactly.
once and then never again.
And
Whoa.
sometimes
Okay.
it's rad.
Yeah,
no, to be-
But
Like-
I want the ability
Like
to
fucking
say,
Jujutsu
go fuck yourself.
Kaisen, like that ending of the first
Dude.
season. Yeah.
Oh, I tell Katy about
dude.
this. I literally make
The
Katy watch
dancing?
Jujutsu Kaisen when he comes out and they're just fucking
Yeah.
getting it.
The,
Yeah.
the Attack on Titan entrance always fucking slaps.
Dun, dun, dun,
Sometimes.
dun,
And wait,
dun,
what's
dun,
Katy's
dun, dun,
favorite?
dun.
Your favorite OP for an anime?
Oh, wait, is it Black Clover?
Yeah, it is.
Black Clover!
Dude, it's all for me. It's like one punch.
It's
Like
only
I,
like
I
season
will
one of
always
Black
watch.
Clover.
I will always watch the one punches.
One Punch is so metal though. But all that being said though, it's just again
show's
like
so funny.
you should be able to skip it. Like why does Hulu not have this? It's so fucking dumb. Like
Yeah.
Funimation. Like, I
Disney,
hate
you've
that
done
they
it
have
on
to, like,
Disney Plus. You own Hulu. Listen to us.
Listen
Fix
to us.
this. Simple hill.
Yes,
Easy hill.
easy hills today.
It's a small hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The other one was gonna be that water polo shouldn't exist, but you know I feel like that might.
Also, fuck mid-roll ads on YouTube.
What did you say?
Fuck
Mid-world.
Mid-
Mid-roll
Mid-
ads.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I pay for you.
To be fair, I program those at my work.
We don't want
I
it.
pay like $5
I
a
remember
month
when you used to
so I don't
fucking
watch
be
shit.
able to like skip those, and they can't skip them anymore.
Guess who made that a thing? Us advertisers. We did that.
Yeah, I pay money to not watch your shit.
The devil. I'm the devil,
I
but
paid
you
money to
sound
not watch your
literally
shit.
The
Yeah.
devil.
I am.
Oh,
Anyway.
my God.
You know what's my next one? Vaping, you douchebag.
It makes my dick grow. I'm happy with it. Anyways.
That's not true, kids. Don't smoke. It doesn't make your dick
Yeah,
grow.
it's actually bad for you. Disclaimer. Did we get everyone?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Then we're gonna wrap this one up as
Ribbity rap attack.
Like a condom with a prostitute.
Zach. Where can we find you in the world?
I live in hell, which is LA. You
This
can
is
find
true.
me there.
Fact. Statement.
Somewhere. I am somewhere sweating, currently and always. And
Sweating.
Katie will tell you more
Why am I in charge of your life all of a sudden?
because I have.
Is that what this ring means?
Well,
Yes.
I am in
He,
charge.
he's in charge of your news, and then you're in charge of like everything.
I'm in charge of her news. You goddamn right I am.
No, my news. I don't watch the news. Zach is my news.
I
He
know.
could tell me that the Eiffel Tower fell, and I would believe him. Hi, my name is Katie Ford. You can find me on Freckled Hubbo Everything. You can look me up on Beacons, or you can just Google me. I'm the first 6 pages. I've got 2 D&D games a week. One where I DM on Sundays with Miss Shannon as one of my players. It is called For the Crown of Feywild on twitch.tv/FreckledHover. We play at 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Sunday. And then on Monday I play the City of Promise on twitch.tv/Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry, Dragons and Dreamers. I got some other things on my mind. 8 p.m. Mondays, Pacific Standard Time, where I play Opal Roseman, a daughter of chaos. We also have Becoming Famous coming out every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I play myself.
Yay.
Yay!
You heard the pretty lady in the blue hair. I will be viewed as a weirdo, super pale, dark elf, because that makes sense. On Sunday morning, not mornings anymore. Sunday
like our
afternoons.
sleep.
Yes, we do like our sleep. I have no idea what my character is going to be doing at this time. And hopefully by the time this episode airs, I'll have my life figured out too, because I am a hot mess of chaos. Anyway, you can find me on Twitch as Shanny Bees. I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to be doing at this time. Hopefully I'll have my shit together and my program's super awesome. If not, I will jettison myself into a black hole. You can find me as Shanny Bees on TikTok and also on Instagram. What's up, Sam?
What's up, my dude? You can find me at SlammySammyLock on the Instagrams. You can find me at SlammySammyLock on the Twitter. You can find me at SammyLock on, I guess, the Facebooks. You can find me at Steambuddy Productions on TikTok. Or not TikTok, but you can find me on that with YouTube, where I do YouTube things sometimes. You can find me at Samuel Locke on TikTok, where I do TikTok things sometimes. And eventually I will find myself back on the Illuminati, where I'm doing reviews for Rick and Morty Season 5, as well as the new Star Trek Discovery on the Riker Maneuver. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. It is always wonderful to have you in our digital audience.
It's fucking all right.
I set fires to feel joy.
And without you, this is not worth doing. And ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week with another episode. Hey!